two-score game with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We just can't get anything mustered up offensively. We've lost, obviously, some confidence, and we can't stay on the field on third down. They're not a tempo team, and they end up running 80 snaps. So it's just frustrating. Frustrated for our kids. We need to do a better job for them. We need to obviously execute and play a little better, but you just can't stay on the field offensively at all. Can't get anything going in the run game. And we're having a hard time piecing anything together offensively. But I thought our kids played hard, and I thought they gave effort. We didn't play very well, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And defensively late, we kind of started to stunt and trying to create some negative plays. When you do that, you're going to give up. You're going to give up plays. We end up giving a 75-yard run. That's disappointing. But the drive before that really was all in the run game. Hey, I knew Jimbo was going to try and run the football, and we were trying to stunt to create to make some plays, and you end up giving up plays. And so disappointed, extremely disappointed for our players, and I'll open up for any questions.
Will, how are saw to carry on getting helped off? Does it look like a concussion, or do you know?
Yeah, I don't know yet. I'll let Clint those people. I don't know. Xavier, I'm not sure what after the kickoff return. I'm not sure what that was, and they just told me he was out. I didn't get an answer, and then DeKaren got hit pretty good there, and I don't know who else.
Eason Riddle.
Yeah, it's a knee injury. I don't know the extent right now.
And then with Brian, I think maybe he was going to try to give it.
Brian practiced this week. Brian swelled up on Thursday, and then Friday did not feel good about it, and we wanted to kind of give it some time and we fit him with a new brace. He'll be fine for Clemson, but we're not going to risk his his health in that situation. That's the most important thing.
Will, with the bye week now, do you evaluate who calls plays for the Clemson game?
No, we're going to move forward like we have been and figure out what we need to do to be productive against them.
You anticipate Brian calling plays?
Yeah.
Coming into this week, as you looked at the offensive game plan, did you have confidence in it? Did you feel like y'all were going to be able to
I
get?
felt like we had some things in the run game. We knew Matabuke and those guys were good up front. We had a hard time blocking them for the last 2 years, and we knew that was going to be an issue. We're trying to create some things in the run game, but we just we're having a hard time creating anything explosive and get people off of us. So it's very difficult right now.
You mentioned a lack of confidence. Where do you see that? How does that manifest?
Well, throughout the game, you feel it on the sideline. You get the frustration, and it's not just with your offense, but your football team. When you're not able to produce and put yourself in a position, then guys start trying to make plays instead of just doing their job, and it happens on both sides of the ball.
The Brunson targeting call, did you agree with that?
I'm not going to comment on any of that. 2 of our guys got whacked, and it's beyond me, guys. I'm done. I'm done with it.
Well, it seemed like coming late going Ryan was maybe some miscommunications with the receivers. He was kind of balls were a little off.
Overall, we just got to get better. Bottom line, we're not going to blame it on one person. We need to improve.
What I'm saying, are those miscommunications or just
across the board? Across the board.
Will, the realization that you will not be able to go to a bowl game this year going to settle in? How do you deal with that with your players, and just how does it feel to you to be in that situation?
It's frustrating. It shouldn't happen. And call it like it is. South Carolina never envisioned this, but this is where we are right now. We're going to continue to fight and play hard and coach hard and get our guys ready to play Clemson.
Will, some of the third down throws, it seems like Ryan is trying to throw, he throws short of the sticks and maybe trusts his guys to make a play. Just what's happening on those pass routes?
Well, we have progression reads. So we have reads that are past the sticks, but sometimes when they're covered, you take the ball to the next progression. So it might be underneath the sticks, and maybe a guy misses a tackle, maybe a guy makes a play. So we generally have the routes designed past the sticks, but sometimes they cover them and you got to take the check down.
On the Charlton punt, it looked like he recognized the block was coming. Is that just senior, experience?
Well, we should have had the A-gap handling, and we had when TJ was ejected from the game. We had an ankle, and then we had our third left guard in, and that was a miscommunication from his standpoint. It was a heck of a play by Joe.
Will, did you have any communication with Ray before he released that statement on Friday?
I did.
What was that communication?
You know what? So from day one till now and moving forward, I've had wonderful communication support. Number one, from Coach Tanner and his administration. Number two, the president's office, starting with President Pastides and now with President Kazan and the board. And everyone's been unbelievably supportive. Now, publicly, I don't know what all's out there, but I know that from my standpoint, everybody's been supportive and positive about where we're heading and what we're doing.
were you appreciative of that statement?
Sure, yeah. But nothing's ever wavered or changed for me.
Right.
I mean, nothing has. We've had a rough year. We also are a staff that won more games in 3 years than any other staff in South Carolina history. So we have done some good things here. We've had a very rough year, okay? And that's frustrating. It's frustrating for us all. You know, I've been a coach that's been a part of national championships and multiple conference championships. And I plan on taking this program where it hadn't really ever been before. I really do plan on doing that. And it's been a very frustrating year for us. And I appreciate the support in a very trying time. But the support's never changed. That's what's frustrating for me, is we have this perception of what's happening out there. The support's never changed from any of those three entities.
You talk about getting this program somewhere it's never been. As you sit here today, do you still have the amount of confidence you did that you can do that?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because we've got the resources available now as far as our facilities are concerned. We've got the support that we need to be successful, but we've always had the support we need to be successful. And we're not as far off as people seem to think we are. And that's the most frustrating part for us. And you get into a rut from a confidence standpoint, which is kind of where we are right now, it snowballs on you. And it's been unfortunate.
Do you believe you have enough support on the Board of Trustees?
Absolutely, 100%.
Well, what needs to change for you to get to that level where you feel like you can compete for conference and national?
Well, we got to be more productive offensively. Call it like it is. We've got to be more productive. We haven't played as consistently defensively as we need to play. And, you know, tonight, you know, again, you're a 2-score game with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter on the road. It's a defensive battle. It's a field position battle. It was very evident from the way Jimbo was calling plays. For me, as a guy that's been with him for a long time, I understood where his mindset was throughout the entire game. So that was kind of how the game was going, in my opinion. You know.
Will, if you
His mindset was that he didn't think your offense could move the ball very far. And he was
Well, exactly. He felt like they were controlling defense, and you know, in those sort of games, it takes one play. It takes a turnover. It takes an interception. It takes a fumble, a sack strip. It takes something to get a little momentum going in the game. We never got it going, you know, and that's on us defensively. Let's get a play made on defense, you know.
Will, if you maybe trick plays, kind of like the double pass
Yeah.
there, is that something you guys feel that you kind of have to do with the
we
offense
gotta
bogging?
find something to find an explosive play. You know, we hit the 9 ball to shy with a heck of a throw and catch, well protected. So we got to be able to get more of those down the field.
You mentioned finding a play. When you're not having success like that on third down, does that change your mindset or philosophy or sense of urgency at all on second down?
I mean, no, we're just trying to get positive yards. We're trying to put ourselves in the best situation on third down. You don't want to right now, for us right now, 3rd and 7+ is not a good down and distance. So we're trying to manage to get to where it's a 3rd and 4 situation because we're having a hard time manufacturing explosive plays. So.
With the run game early on, was Texas A&M doing anything where they just put extra guys in the box they didn't have to worry about?
No, we felt like some down around schemes we felt good about. They had some run throughs. They had a couple nice calls where they had a couple time ups on two different pressures with Johnson, number 1, that they were able to hit. So. About it.
Will, do you feel like the defense was kind of worn down?
Yeah, I think we played 80 snaps, and then you know they're not a tempo team. He takes his time as far as substitution; those things are concerned. So that's the frustrating part. When you're not able to stay on the field offensively, we started the second half with 3 and outs on defense. So we got to be able to flip the field from the offensive standpoint.
Will, what's the plan for the bye week in terms of how many days you guys practice before you come back?
Well, we're gonna unless they have treatment, to give them a couple days off Sunday and Monday, and then we won't get back to about 5 in the morning tonight, and then we're gonna work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and we're gonna recruit as a staff on Friday, and work as a staff on Monday in the office, and then get back on Sunday.
Once you get back, will it be the regular practice plan, especially with some of the injuries?
Same thing we've done with the open week before, with Georgia week.
How helpful can an open league like this be in terms of recruiting at this juncture?
What's that now?
How helpful can an open league like this
Yeah,
play into
we'll
recruiting?
utilize a couple days to recruit. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anything else for Coach?
All right.
Thanks.